Hey y'all. If you are new here, welcome. I am Tequila Jared. I'm the $1,000,000 cleaning coach. And I ran a very successful cleaning business for almost 18 years. And I sold my business in January of 2019. I started it in 2002. Let's get started. We're focusing on the niche. So I know you probably all have heard this saying that if you the jack of all trades, then you the master of none. That saying holds firm even in your cleaning business. The first step to running your cleaning business is truly figuring out what type of cleaning business that you want to run. Okay. And I see a lot of people that do everything. The problem with doing everything is that you never become the expert of anything. Now, if you truly want your business to thrive, you got to niche it down. Now, when I say niche, I'm not saying that's the only type of service that you can perform. There's a time for diversification and there's a time for expansion. When you start your business or when you're still in that, like that first 3 years, you want to really focus on providing one service and being the best at providing that service. So that's what I mean when I say, what's your niche? What is your core function of your business? It can be everything from, and let's just go through a couple. So let's just decide, hey, you want to focus on residential and your goal is to expand into commercial. But let's look at the pros and the cons of both. As you're trying to decide on your niche, you want to make sure that you're looking at, hey, what are the pros of this? What are the cons of this? On the residential side, if you are just starting out your business or you still really new in your business, residential is really good. Why? Because you get paid every time you clean. You can build that more personal relationship where it's going to be that brand loyalty. You're going to work those daytime hours. You can work less hours. The con to that is that as you grow, it's going to be a little bit more challenging to bring people into your business to get them acclimated to your system of cleaning. Everybody knows how to clean, but everybody doesn't know how to clean. So it's like, when you bring people into your residential, you have to really be meticulous with your training as far as the systems and the processes for doing the different tasks within the home, which is really important. You're going to have more staff on the residential side, but the profit is much larger. The profit on the residential side is much larger than it is on the commercial side. Let's look at the commercial side. The commercial side, your checks are going to be bigger. You are going to only get paid once a month, which means that you truly have to know how to budget your money. You can have a smaller staff that actually performs in several locations. Is going to be in the evening. So let's say you have a full-time job during the day. Starting a commercial business would be great for you. Why? Because you can start your business and build it and work those hours in the evening while you're still performing your full-time duties during the day. So it really just depends truly on where you are in your life and what it is that you want to do. If you have a full-time job, maybe you say, hey, I don't want to take on the task of doing commercial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my income from my job to hold me over until we start to receive our payments from the commercial side. So you have to truly sit down and weigh the pros and the cons. And then there are those, let's say, specialized niches. So let's say you want to partner with real estate companies. All you want to do is you want to partner with all of the real estate companies in your area. And your goal is to get all of the homes ready for showings or open houses or to go on to the market. That's a huge market. And I think that we take light of it, but think about, there's a house sold every day. There are several houses sold every day in your area. So that's a huge market, but it's a very specialized market. So your marketing is going to be what? Very specific. Your content is going to be really focused around real estate. So now let's talk about the 5 reasons why you need to niche your business. So first, you really need to niche your business because it's going to allow you to perform better service. if you focus on one niche, if you focus on providing one service and you do that service amazingly well and you do it over and over again, you're able to find ways to do it more efficiently. You're able to find more cost effective ways. You might even be able to invent or create something that will allow you to perform your job more efficiently. So when you think about niching your business, it allows you to perform better service. If you are providing commercial services, if you're providing residential services, if you're providing post-construction services, if you're providing laundry services, when you got time to perfect any of them? You're doing too many things, so you're not going to be great at anything. Making sure that you niche your business is going to help you to perform a better service. It's going to be able to allow you to focus on your skill set, the skills that you need to perform that task. So let's say if you're in floor care, is a very specialized industry. You have to operate various machines. If you want to do, let's say, carpet cleaning, there are machines and tools that you need to be educated on. So the first reason why you want to make sure that you niche your business is that you'll provide better service. The second reason that you want to make sure that you niche your business is because it's going to be a lower barrier to entry. And when I say a lower barrier to entry, think about if you're starting your business. Think about if you're still in that growth phase and you haven't really had the opportunity to take that profit and use it to maybe add another service to your business. You're using it to make sure that you continue to market your current business. So what will happen is that if you don't have that niche and you're doing everything, think about if you're providing floor care services, and if you're providing carpet cleaning, and if you're providing upholstery cleaning, and if you're providing, let's say, power washing, and you're providing house cleaning, and you're providing office cleaning. That's a lot of equipment that you need to buy. A low barrier to entry means that you're going to be able to maximize the monies that you're making, maximize your opportunities at the least risk. You're not going to have all of these expenses and things that will prevent you from growing your business. The more services that you provide, that's more equipment that you have to purchase, and equipment breaks all the time. It fails all the time. So now those are more expenses that you're going to have to incur, because why? You're trying to service everybody. Thirdly, we're going to face less competition. And when I say face less competition, think about if you're the specialized company versus if you're the generic company. And when I say specialized versus generic, you go to the meat house to do what? Get meat. You go to the shoe store to do what? To get shoes. You go to the donut shop to do what? Get donuts. Most of us go to Starbucks to get coffee. So being niche focused allows you to have less competition because you're not selling or servicing everybody. When you're not niche focused, what happens? You're competing with everybody, all of the people that are specialized and all of the generic companies. But when you specialize or you're niche focused, your competition is less. Why? Because you are the expert of that niche, of that service that you're providing. So if I provide floor care and I make your floors glisten like no other, your floor is going to look like a little sheet of ice when we leave, versus the company that does power washing, that does landscaping, that does window washing. They're going to come to the company that focuses and specializes in floor care. Why? Because I need my floors done. And I want to go to the person that I know is going to be able to get my floors done. Yeah, your company does floors too, but they specialize in floors. So that's just if you want to get a dress made, you're going to go to somebody that specializes in making dresses. You're not going to go to just a tailor, somebody that fixes your clothes. You're going to actually go to a seamstress that makes dresses. And again, I'm not saying that you cannot add on more services. But what I'm saying is there's a time and a place for it. So think about yourself as the owner. The more services that you provide, the thinner you stretch yourself until you have those systems in place that are going to do what? To allow that service or that sector of your business to run on its own without you, the owner. Then you can add more sectors to your business or more services to your business. So if you want to one day be the one-stop shop, you can eventually say, hey, we want to add a landscaping service to our business. We want to add a gutter cleaning service to our business. We want to add a power washing service to our business. Those are all going to be different businesses that are going to be under one umbrella, but they all going to have different books. They all going to have different accounts. Why? Because they're all different services that are provided to different markets. So just like this, you're not going to have a power washing company and you passing out flyers at the apartment complex. It just don't make sense. So where you going to pass your flyers out at? You're going to pass your flyers out in areas where they have homes that are mainly sided, that have a lot of concrete. Why? Because these are the people that are going to be utilizing your service more than the person that has a brick home. Even when you look to expand your business, there's research that needs to be done. So what's going to happen? That's going to take you as the owner away from the day-to-day operations because you're focused on adding another service or entity to your business, which is going to require you to put the plan in place to implement. And once you implement it, is it executed effectively? And if it's not, then you need to go back and see where are the hiccups? Where do we need to revise the plan? So there are things that have to take place every time you decide to add a new service to your business. There's training that needs to take place. So what does that mean? That means that you need to find a niche. We know that being niche focused is going to give us less competition because why? We are the expert in that area. It's going to help you to better understand your demographics. Who is your target market? So I always ask, who is it that you're servicing? And it's so important to understand that because let's say you were like me when I started my cleaning business and you were at the ripe young age of 22 years old and you have all of this amazing information at your fingertips. So you decided that, hey, I'm going to start this cleaning business, 22 years old. I'm going to be a solo cleaner. I'm going to work till I'm 30. And my goal is to bring in $80,000. Let's say you have no children. Let's say your responsibilities are minimal and you're able to really maximize your profit on your residential side, and you've decided you're going to take your profits and you're going to invest them. So let's say your goal is that, hey, I'm young, I love to clean, I'm going to start a cleaning business, I'm taking my profits and I'm going to invest them so that after 30, I don't have to work no more. You spent 8 years taking all of your profit, putting it back into growing your clientele to where you wanted it to be, and then you invested in your future. Let's say you that person. You're probably going to be looking for more of a client like the professional, like 20 somethings. So if you think about them, what do? They like to travel. They on the go a lot, maybe going to be inconsistent with their cleanings. They're going to be loyal, but they might not say, hey, I need you here every 2 weeks on a Tuesday. Or you're not that person that's looking to have that solid schedule. So you can take on, let's say, hey, those jobs that might take you 6 or 7 or 8 hours because it's that real deep clean. Or like some people I see that do like these organizational jobs and they go every month and do it. So you can be that person. So you need to know, hey, that's the market that I want to serve. Now you might be like Kim, and she has declared that she's not the miracle worker cleaner. So for her, she's going to be looking for that more stable client. She's going to be looking for that client that's maybe that dual parent household, maybe multiple children. They're really set. They have set schedules. They're really big on family time. So having a clean home regularly is a priority for them. So that's going to be her client. But unless the type of clients or your demographics, you're not going to be able to pinpoint exactly which one of those type of clients that you really want to go after. Now, look at it like this. Let's say you're that person, that young person that's starting your cleaning business because you want to continue to invest in your future endeavors. So you using cleaning, residential cleaning, because of its high profitability. You're using that to fund your future life. So you still traveling, you're still enjoying your life. So you're that person again that's looking for that client that's not gonna be as consistent but loyal. They know that every time they're gonna get their house clean, they're gonna call you, but it's not gonna be an every 2 week thing. You need to know where they are. So where are those type of people hanging out? What type of places are they frequenting on the internet? Where can you find them? And then if you're that person that's looking for that more stable, that's looking for that every 2 weeks, where you gonna find them at? Where you gonna find that family, that mom and dad that's taking the kids to soccer practice and basketball practice? Who can you partner with? What type of sponsorships can you do to get around that population? Why? Because those are the people that you want to service. So it's really important that you understand who your demographic is and who it is that you truly want to service. So what does that client look like? Where do they hang out? Where can you find them in a larger capacity? And who do you need to partner with? So those are some things that you need to ask yourself as you're trying to figure out, this is the niche I want to serve. This is the demographics. Now, how do I go about getting them? That needs to be the plan. So number 4 is understanding your demographic, making sure that your niche focus is going to allow you to understand who your demographics are. And lastly, being niche focused is going to do what? It's going to allow you to be more strategic in your marketing. Because why? You're marketing to a specific class. You're marketing to specific people. So your content can be very focused on who it is that you're marketing to. Think about the generic cleaning company. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anybody, because when we started, we cleaned everything. On my flyers, it had everything. We did post-construction. We did office cleanings. We did residential cleanings. We did move-out cleanings. We did it all on one flyer. So, no. Listen. When you're doing, let's say, your email marketing campaigns, you've decided that you want to service medium-sized offices, and now you're putting together your email marketing campaign. Your emails need to be specific to that industry that you want to service. They can't be generic to everybody that you service, because you have to pinpoint what their pain points are, and you got to bring value based off of the content that's going to be relevant to that industry. So if, let's say, you want to clean medical facilities, you can't market to medical facilities the same way you're going to market to schools, or the same way you're going to market to daycare centers, or the same way you're going to market to medium-sized offices. Why? Because the offices don't care about the patients. They don't care about the cleanliness of the exam rooms, right? When you are planning your marketing, being niche focused is going to allow you to have focused content. And that's going to be on your social media page. That's going to be in your marketing material. That's going to be on your website. That's going to be in the conversations that you have when you're out doing your solicitations. So let's say you decide that, hey, every first Monday is our day that we're going to go out and actually target those businesses. You can't go into the dentist office talking to them the same way you went into the State Farm office. It's two different types of services that they provide. And you need your conversation to be around that service that they provide. Because why? That shows that you're what? The expert in providing that service to that industry. Your goal is always to make sure that you present yourself as what? The expert. I've seen some really amazing niches out here, like dumpster divers. But what do? They clean out your garbage cans. And that's huge, because you got to think that keeps the rodents away. So if they're promoting their dumpster dive and cleaning, then guess what? They're going to be talking about the need for clean garbage cans. Why? Because the rodents feed off the stuff in the garbage can. So this company, all they do is they literally go around and they clean garbage cans. But they got a business just off of cleaning garbage cans. So tell me that's not niche focused. There's another company, all they do is haul out. So they do haul outs. Like they come, let's say you got a big construction job or you cleaning out your garage. Like they literally come and just get all of the stuff. Now we can give you the names to somebody that's gonna clean, but no, we don't provide the cleaning services. Yes, is it all in the same type of industry? Yeah, it's cleaning. They clean it out or disposing of trash. But their focus is what? Only people that need big hauls removed, and they do an amazing job at it. We got to really figure out what it is that you want to do, who you want to serve, what do you love, because I guarantee you that you might like cleaning, but you're not going to love cleaning everything. You have to truly know and research what it is that you want to do, because every single thing gets cleaned. That's the thing about the cleaning industry. Thing gets cleaned. From your gutters, because what, they get full of leaves, to your concrete. Why do you clean your concrete? Because you want to maintain it. Concrete is expensive, so what do people do? They pay to get their concrete cleaned every year. What is there? Landscaping. People pay for landscaping. People pay for snow removal. People pay for house cleaning. People pay to get their windows cleaned. People pay to get their cars washed. People pay for everything to be cleaned. So there is a market for every single thing. But the thing is that you can't do everything. You just can't. What that's going to do is going to limit the amount of actual revenue that you're going to bring into your business. Because if you focus on one specific niche and learn how to then diversify and expand your business, that's the reason why the niche is so important, because you can be the jack of all but the master of none. Okay, so if you want to be able to really see the full potential of your business, niche your business down, figure out who it is that you truly want to service, those people to the absolute best of your capacity, right? Learn everything that you can about servicing that niche, then move on. So the 5 things that you need to keep in mind, and the reason why the niche is so important, because it's going to first allow you to provide better service. Why? Because the person who has kicked 10,000 times, they nowhere near as good as the person that has practiced that one kick 10,000 times. So you can try 10,000 things one time, or you can try that one thing 10,000 times and be the best at it. So being niche focused is going to allow you to provide better service. It's going to allow you to have a lower barrier to entry. And what that means is that the more services you provide, the more equipment you have to buy, the more product that you're going to need, the more trainings that you're going to have to do. So remember, as we're starting our businesses, our goal is to keep our expenses low and our revenues high. So we want to always figure out ways to cut the cost. You can't cut costs if you're adding services. Why? Because every service requires different things. We're going to require different supplies, require different equipment. So make sure that you understand that. What is going to be those barriers to your entry moving into that new service? It's going to be less competition, because think about it like this. Are you going to go to the generic doctor if you're having really bad foot pain? Perfect. Yes, come on with this. Are you going to go to your general doctor if you having like extreme pains in your foot? Or are you going to go to the podiatrist? I'm just saying. You're going to go to the foot doctor. I understand that you general practice, and general means that you can pretty much give me a diagnosis on everything. But the foot doctor, they went to school to specifically study everything about my feet. So I'm going to go over here, because I know that when I walk away from here, he going to tell me what's the problem. More than likely, what you going to do is you going to tell me I need to refer you to the foot doctor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the middleman out, right? So that's what I mean when I say you will have less competition, is that if I'm going to go and I need floor care service, I'm going to go look for a floor care company versus looking for a generic cleaning company. It will better help you understand your demographics, all right? And this is really key because you got to know the type of business that you want. So some of us are really looking to build that kind of a rinse and a wash. So you get the client, you serve them to the gods, right? You serve this client up, you build up that loyalty, you retain that client, and what you do, you repeat that process over and over and over and over and over again. So eventually you have 50 of those clients. Or you could be that person that say, hey, I'm not really looking for no like full set schedule. I want to maximize my money. So, hey, let me take on these $750 one day deep clean jobs that might take me 8 hours, but I walked away with $750. So you're going to have to work a lot harder because why? You constantly looking for that clean. You constantly looking for that big clean. But that person that's washing and rinsing and repeating that process, what they doing? They building. So it's constantly growing. It's constantly growing. So make sure that you understand your demographics and who it is that you want to service. And then lastly, your niche is going to help you be very strategic in your marketing. If you market in the medical facilities, you're not going to be sending them information about schools, right? You're not going to be sending them information about house cleaning. So it's going to allow you to, again, be very strategic in your marketing. And then some things that some of us might want to revisit is that, hey, if you decide next year, I want to go ahead and branch out into commercial, maybe we need to start looking at like some of our names of our businesses and thinking about, are there some things that I need to change? Is there a way I can be more strategic where I can utilize this brand and maybe expand to commercial? But if your brand right now says that, hey, we're ABC home cleaning specialists, probably won't work too well on the commercial side. So always thinking about who you want to service and being strategic in everything, even down to choosing your name. Being niche focused is going to help you to be more strategic with your marketing and your efforts and really targeting who it is that you want to serve. Everybody, not your client. Some of us are serving everybody and we not serving at the best of our abilities because we serve everybody. Much love and gratitude, and I appreciate you guys for showing up. So you all have a great evening. Bye.